Hey yo, what's up everybody? Holmes here and welcome back to more Dark Souls 3. Today's video it's gonna be about my character build. And yeah, a lot of people have been requesting for this video. This character build, it's from my triple katana PvP video. So yeah, and ever since I posted that video, a lot of people have been asking what my stats are and what weapon I'm using, what armor I'm using. So in this video, I'm gonna be revealing all of that. So yeah, and let's start things off with stats. All right. First up, we got Covenant. This doesn't really matter. Level, I'm keeping it at 100. I'm not sure what the PvP level is for Dark Souls 3. I've heard people say that it's level 80, some people say it's level 100, some people say it's 120, some people say it's 150. So I don't know, but I'm keeping it at 100. If you guys want to lower it, you can. If you want to raise it, you can as well. You know, whatever floats your boat. Hollowing souls requires those, doesn't matter. We got attributes here, so we got vigor. This is gonna be about your health. I'm keeping this at 30. You guys can raise it to 40 if you want to. If you decide to go for 120, put this to 40. But yeah, the reason I'm keeping it at 30 because I don't want my health to be too low when it comes to PvP. I don't want to get taken out by some like great sword user or like some crazy magic user, you know. So that crystal soul spear, it does a lot of damage. So yeah, I want to have at least some health to survive those devastating attacks. And when you invade as like well, actually you have to invade as a phantom. So when you do PvP as an invader, your health will be cut. You won't have all your health. It's gonna cut your health by 20 or 30%. So yeah, you're not gonna get your maximum health when you're invading. So that's why I'm keeping this at 30. Attunement, I didn't touch that. Endurance, I'm keeping it at 30. If you guys want to go for 120, raise this to 40 as well. It's good to have high endurance, but you know, don't add it to like level 50 or 60 because I believe after when you pass 40, the scaling slows down for all your stats. So it doesn't matter which one you choose. The scaling won't scale as much. So yeah. But I'm keeping my endurance at 30. Because I want to have enough endurance to deal damage and dodge at the same time. So I don't want to be like, I don't want to two-hit someone, you know, and then like they decided to like attack and I don't have enough stamina to dodge and I end up eating their attack. So that's why I want to have 30. This will allow me to at least land 3 attacks and dodge away after that. So yeah, pretty nice. But like I said, if you guys are going for level 120, you guys can raise this to 40. Alright. Vitality, I didn't touch that. Strength and dex, these two are gonna be 40. Alright. This build, it's gonna be a hybrid between strength and dex, so you know, a quality build. And the reason for that, it's because my main weapon for this build, it's the Ubadachi and Onikiri Katana. It's a dual katana, so yeah, and the scaling for that, it's kind of weird. If I go pure dex, I'm not gonna have high DPS, and if I go pure strength, it's not gonna have high DPS as well. But if I even these two out, it will get like it'll get better DPS. But yeah, I don't know, the scaling, it's not really a strength or a dex weapon. That's why it's a little bit of both. It's a quality weapon, I guess. So that's why these two is at 40, because I want that DPS. Intelligence and faith, we don't need that. All right, we don't cast, so it doesn't really matter. Unless you guys want to buff your weapons with like miracles or like magic, pyromancy, I don't know, then you guys might want to consider adding intelligence and faith, and that's probably gonna bring your build to level 150 most likely if you want to mix those two in as well. Luck, we don't need it because unless you guys are into weapon and armor farming, or else you're not gonna need this. I highly suggest you don't add any luck because you can just use the rustic coin or gold coin to boost your luck when you want to farm. But unless you really want to farm everything, I guess you can add luck, but you know, I wouldn't touch it. So the only thing that I've added in this build, it's vigor, endurance, strength, dex, and that's pretty much it. And my starting class, hang on a second. Okay, my starting class, it's mercenary. All right, because it starts off with dual wielding weapon. That's pretty much it. That's why I chose mercenary. Also, you don't have to start off as a mercenary to dual wield weapons. Okay, you can start off as a cleric and you can still wield a dual wielding weapon and press triangle to dual wield a weapon. So it doesn't have to be a mercenary to dual wield weapons. But yeah. So let's move on to equipment. I only have the Uchigatana and the Onikiri and Ubadachi. Alright, these two are dual katanas, which means they can do dual wielding attacks. So the L1 button, when you dual wield these things, you're gonna be swinging both katanas at the same time. When you press R1, you're gonna be only swinging one katana. Whoops. So yeah. And yeah, that's gonna be on my left hand, and the Uchigatana is gonna be on my right hand. All right, it doesn't really matter which hand you put it at, but this is just the way I like it. Some people are like, you know what, you should put your Onikiri and Ubadachi on your right hand and Uchigatana on the left, so all three sheaths will be on one side. Because look, I have one sheath on one side and like two sheaths on the other. But I don't know. It looks weird when all three are on one side, in my opinion, because the Uchigatana's one, it's like, it looks out of place. I don't know. But it doesn't matter which hand you put it on, whatever suits you. But I'm just gonna, I like my right hand to have Uchigatana and my left hand to have the Onikiri and Ubadachi. And the reason why I have Uchigatana is if we were fighting someone that likes to spam their attacks, they're really aggressive, you can use L2. That's your this is our focus stance, and the way to use our focus, you can for the Uchigatana, there's a focus attack and there's a parry for it too. So when you hold L2 and you press R2, we can parry their attacks. Alright, it's pretty cool. So if someone's really aggressive, parry their ass. Alright, you can also mix it up. You can press R1 to do an attack, so that is pretty cool. And someone asked, how did I use like the two-handed form, or in this case the dual wielding form, for my left hand? It's the same thing as two-handing your right-hand weapon. For two-handing, you just tap triangle, right? But if you want to use the one for the left hand, you have to hold triangle. Okay, it's triangle for PS4. I'm not sure which one it is for Xbox and PC. But for Xbox, it should be this, like, it should be the top button as well. You know, basically whatever you're used to, like, you know, two-hand your right hand. Instead of just tapping it, you just gotta hold it. Alright. I'm not sure how it works with PC. I'm assuming you can assign that to a different key. I don't know. I haven't played it on PC, so I don't know. But yeah. And the reason why I have the Uchigatana, it's also, you can mix things up too. So that is why I have it. It's pretty cool. I don't know. You guys don't have to equip it. You can equip something else on your right hand or left hand. But yeah. And yeah, your main damage output is gonna be Onikiri and Ubadachi. Okay. This thing does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. If you can land a 2-hit combo, most of the time you can drop their health to like a pinky left. If they're a tank, it's probably gonna cut their health to 50%. So it's pretty OP. I don't know. I find it pretty OP. Yeah, so that's how it is for the weapons. I don't have any shields or bow. This is a pure melee offense class. Alright, and your only way to survive is to dodge. Don't try to tank anybody with this build, because if they're using like a great sword or ultra great sword, or if they're casting and you try to tank it, you're probably gonna die real quick. So yeah, this class is based on agility and offensive agility, I guess. Yeah, you dodge and then you attack. You don't tank and you don't block. Alright. For my armor set, I got the silver mask, the fallen knight armor, Leonhard's gauntlets, and Leonhard's trousers. Alright. These three, the trousers, the gauntlets, and the mask, they're from the same NPC. And Leonhard, it's the NPC that chose at the middle throne in Firelink Shrine. He stands on the right side of the throne. So yeah, when you boot up the game, and once you pass like the first area, like high wall of Lothric, he should appear right there, and you can kill him for the set. After you kill him, the handmaiden will sell his set. Alright, if you want his chest piece, is right here. Okay, but for me, my chest piece is the fallen knight set. Well, not the set, but the armor. You can get this at the Road of Sacrifices, and it's not just a chest piece. There's a helmet for it, and then there's a gauntlet for it too. It's somewhere there. Where is it at? I don't even know. It's right here. And then the trousers should be, yeah, it's right here. So yeah, pretty much the Leonhard set, but with the Fallen Knight armor piece. Oh, and by the way, there's no specific reason why I chose these. It's just for fashion. I didn't choose it because it had like, oh, high bleed resistant or anything like that. I chose it because of fashion. Alright, that's how it's always been. I don't rely on defense like crazy. Okay, this loadout is just for fashion. It's been like that ever since I played Demon Souls, and yeah, that's why my character always have like light armor, because I feel like heavy armor looks kind of weird. You look too bulky in my opinion. So yeah, that's why this is what I chose. Just for me, it's just on fashion, right? That's how my armor set goes. So you know, if you guys don't like the loadout set for this build, you guys can change it up as well. It just depends on which armor you like, which one you think it looks good. Alright, moving on to rings. Got Chloranthy ring, I got Lloyd's sword ring, Havel's ring, and the Hornet ring. Alright, for the Chloranthy ring, it boosts your stamina recovery. For Lloyd's sword ring, it boosts your attack when your HP is full. This can kind of be useless sometimes, because if you get hit, you lose the effect of the attack boost. So I don't know if you want to be using this ring. I switch it out sometimes. I use sometimes I use a red tearstone ring, just in case if my health is low, I get that extra attack boost. Or this one, Pontiff's right eye. Alright, it also boosts attack when you keep attacking the other player. I don't know, it's up to you guys what ring you guys want. This is just my choice. It switches redstone ring, the Pontiff right eye ring. I think that is pretty much it. I don't, oh, sometimes I use the ring of favor as well, but yeah, I mostly use Chloranthy ring. Havel ring is a must, because if I don't have this, I am gonna overweight. Look, if you look in the top right corner, it's 71.2%. Once your percent passes 70, you're gonna do this fat roll right here. Like when you roll, your character is gonna fall on the ground like that. So that's why Havel ring is a must. But if you don't dual wield, I don't think it matters. Let's see. Yeah, if you take out one of the katanas, you won't need the Havel's ring. Alright. But I want to have triple katanas, so I'm gonna need that Havel ring. So yeah. And the Hornet ring. Okay, this you don't really need it. I just use it because it looks cool. right? Because if you parry someone or if you backstab someone, it does this unique little animation. But note that a lot of people hate this ring because it gives you a damage boost when you use a critical attack. I don't know why a lot of people hate it, but yeah, I don't really care for all the hates. I already get enough of that from all the haters. So I kind of got used to it. But yeah, it's known that a lot of people hate this, but you know, I don't know, I just use it because it looks cool when you land the parry. It should look something like this. But yeah, that's pretty much why the reason I use it. So yeah, if you don't want Lloyd's ring, you know, switch this out for something else you want. If I don't use the Lloyd's ring, I'll probably use Red Tearstone ring, and if I don't use the Hornet ring, I'll probably use I don't know, maybe a Dex ring or something like that, which I don't have right now. But yeah, I don't know. There is one for like every class. I just haven't gathered them all yet. So yeah, there's one for strength, and there's like faith, and then there's one for intelligence, I believe, and then there's one for dex. I just haven't gotten around to get them all yet. I don't really use that though. But yeah, you know, it's just an option. So probably Ring of Favor, something like this. I don't know, whatever you guys want. But my preferred loadout, it's Lloyd's ring. I know that's probably kind of dumb. And the Hornet ring, just so the parries look cool. And that is pretty much it. This is the Covenant item, and I believe that covers it all. Yeah. So there's my build stats again, you know, in case you guys want to see it again. And here is the armor and weapon set. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope this video has been, you know, entertaining. I don't know if it's entertaining. It's just my stats. But I hope this video has been helpful, mainly helpful. I don't know if you'll enjoy it, but if you find it enjoyable as well, then, you know, let me know in the comments that you found this useful, and let me know if you guys did do some modification to this set, to this build. Like if you guys changed things, or you know, if you decided to leave your level cap at 80, let me know how your stats are. If you guys boosted to 150 or 120, let me know what you guys add and stuff. But yeah, if I was 120, I would add vigor and endurance to 40. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and yeah, hopefully it's been helpful and satisfied your curiosity for what I use and stuff. But yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all later. Holmes out. Right, so here's a little sample clip of the build in action in PvE. I've already shown you guys that it can hold its own on PvP. Now it's time to show you guys that this build can hold its own on PvE as well. So this guy is the champion Gunther, and this guy is pretty tough. This boss is pretty tough. And as you guys can see, the fight has barely begun, and this guy is pretty much half dead already. Yeah. And you guys can see this build relies like a lot on dodging. That's why we have 30 endurance, so we can dish out attacks and we can dodge in time too. 30 hit points, or you know, bigger, just so we can survive devastating attacks. We won't get one-shotted, and that's the same thing goes for PvP as well. We can dish out enough damage and dodge in the same time, and also survive like devastating attacks. And that 40 strength, 40 dex is the reason why we're dealing so much damage, and our weapons plus 10 as well. Another thing is in PvE, you guys can you guys can replace the Uchigatana with shield if you want the defense as well. But I don't know, I feel like it's more fun if you just use pure dodging and dual wield the Onikiri and Ubadachi. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.